He had it when he was at Rushville the first time back when I was playing. It's going to be a slow down type of situation, and this is a team that doesn't really know that system yet, but they're learning in it. And yes, they're 3-14, but look, if the game stays close at home, that Rushville environment, the Rushville officiating at times, anything can happen if you let teams stay around. So my hope for Greensburg is they come out, they play aggressive, they get up into Rushville, they force turnovers like they've done at times against Batesville, like they did in the fourth quarter against Lawrenceburg, and just quickly make this a non-competitive game.
Yeah, this is one of those situations you don't want to come in and kind of feel the opponent out. This is where you've got to come out and you've got to assert your will. It's kind of like we've been saying this week leading up to our sectional. There's a reason that we are the favorite in our sectional on the girls' side. Let's go out and play like it. And so tonight, Greensburg's got to come in. If you believe in the Sagarin ratings, the Pirates are a 20-point favorite. Come out and play like you're the favorite. Don't wait to settle in. You've got to come out and you've got to establish your will defensively, be aggressive, and then offensively, you can't just go side to side. You've got to be aggressive and look for those penetration opportunities that you have, but then also don't ever over-penetrate. We've got plenty of capable outside shooters. Look for that penetrate and kick opportunity and make Rushville pay for those defensive lapses.
Yeah, one thing that I thought last game until the fourth quarter against Lawrenceburg is everything was side to side or even back towards the center circle. That can't happen. That has to be straight line north and south. If you play north and south, you can do some damage against this team, but if you play side to side, that's exactly what Carey wants you to do. These guys are going to play fundamental. Defensively, they're going to try to take charges. Greensburg's going to have to be super disciplined, but they can't sit back and just pass it 50 times. They have to be the aggressor. They have to go out and be on the attack. And again, try to get that Rushville down early because this Rushville team can't play catch up.
No, this is definitely one of those situations. This is a team you don't want to give that confidence to because if they look up at that scoreboard as an 8, 10, 12-point deficit early, they're going to keep playing hard, but I don't think they have the firepower to really make one of those comebacks. And so it's going to be important that, like you said, the Pirates assert their will early. And I can't believe we've forgotten to do this. We've only been on the air for about 4 minutes. There's no way that we could forget to thank our sponsors. Pirate basketball brought to you on WTRE 1330 AM, 104.3 FM, WTREradio.com on the YouTubes, as the kids call it. But we are brought to you proudly by Gillenhow Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy-Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, and Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And as always tonight, for every three-pointer that is made by the Pirates, that's going to be a Dorflinger Insurance three-point shot. And our free throws this year, Josh, I didn't even know there was such thing as a free throw sponsor. Who sponsors made free throws by the Pirates?
Big Sky Steakhouse. Man, the last time I ate there was just a couple weeks ago. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, we're getting ready to honor America here with the playing of our national anthem. We will step away and be right back with you for the tip-off of this game.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg. If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
The direction of Mr. T.R. Campbell.
All right, we're back here with you live from Rushville High School as the Greensburg Pirates get ready to do battle with the hometown Rushville Lions. Josh, who are in the starting lineups for both of our ball clubs tonight?
We'll start with our hometown Greensburg Pirates, but the visitors on your scoreboard. Number 14, Drew Busick, let me get this, what is he, 6'2" senior. Number 22, Jack McKenzie, a 6'3" junior. Number 24, Addison Barnes-Pettit, a 6'5" senior. Number 32, Justin Adkins, a 6'3" senior. And getting his first start, number 30, Jacoby Miller, a 6'2" freshman. Greensburg had some sickness throughout the program this week, so a couple missed practices. Lutz and Reese are available to play, but Jacoby will start. And from the hometown Rushville Lions, number 3, Quentin Kane, a 6-foot senior. Number 11, Keegan Bowles, their leading scorer. He's averaging 10.4 points a game. Keegan Bowles, a 5'9" senior. Number 20, just a freshman, Owen Zachary. I think he plays with Logan. We can get into that. Plays a little AAU with Logan, so he's a 5'7" freshman. Number 30, Clayton Chase, a 6'2" sophomore. And number 44, Adrian Apodaca. That was pretty good.
Easy for you to say.
A 6'1" junior. So again, for the Pirates, 14 Busick, 22 McKenzie, 24 Barnes-Pettit, 30 Miller, and 32 Atkins. For Rushville, number 3 Kane, 11 Bowles, 20 Zachary, 44 Apodaca, and number 30 Chase.
Well, Josh, I have no idea how he's going to do in his first start as a varsity player, but Jacoby Miller definitely wins the shoe game tonight.
What's he got going on?
I don't know, but whatever the kids call it today, I think they call those fire. I'm a big fan of Kobe's shoes.
And Jack's got some new shoes on today. I don't know where he got them. Must have got them from his mom, because I didn't buy them for him. And, well, I know he doesn't have any money. So, hey, I will say, I hate coming to this place. Nothing ever good happens here, but they do have a very good band. I will give them that.
Other than the fight song that we have to hear over and over. But that's okay. We have Barnes-Pettit and Apodaca set to tip it off here to get us underway as this EIAC matchup gets ready to take place. Controlled by the Pirates, Busick brings it across the timeline. He's guarded out front there by Zachary, over to McKenzie. Typical Kerry Brown fashion, just clogging it up, being in gaps, very solid defensively. Greensburg being patient. It's swung over to the right, dribble handoff to Miller, over to Busick. Ball screen set. Drew looks to penetrate, kicks it out to Barnes-Pettit. To Miller, reverses here to the right side to McKenzie. Jack takes it with the left hand to the middle, out to Busick. Got to be down, ready to shoot. Open opportunity there. Busick's got to let that one rip, especially early. Just see what you got, right? Dip that toe in the water.
Yeah, absolutely. He's shooting 43% on the year. That's got to be put that baby up.
Busick looks to drive, picks it up. He kicks to Barnes-Pettit at the top, who gets it out to Busick. Busick for 3. That three-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound on the play by number 11, Keegan Bowles of Rushville, as Zachary will bring it across the timeline. Pirates coming back in a 1-3-1 trapping half-court zone here, Josh.
You know, I talked to Coach Busick a little bit before. He's really looking forward to speeding the game up a little bit offensively and defensively.
Miller controls that rebound, brings it across the timeline, back out to Busick, back to Jacoby Miller, who drives the left-hand side, kicks in that baseline corner to Barnes-Pettit. Back out top to Busick. Busick's 3 is up and good. 6:23 to go here. Pirates on the board, lead 3-0.
You know, I'm going to do my best to keep rebounds and assists and things like that, but as long as I can get points, that's all I'm trying to do.
That's right. Rushville does a nice job breaking the Pirates' pressure. Reversed here to Zachary. Zachary over to Bowles on the right-hand wing. Back to Zachary at the top.
Get on it.
That pass is deflected by number 22, McKenzie, out of bounds. Rushville will control. They will take it out at the timeline.
You know, Rushville's a super young team, especially in the backcourt. If we can get out and pressure them, again, we can extend that lead early.
Bowles over to Zachary. Down in the corner to Kane.
Good pass there.
Nice pass there to Apodaca. That shot is up and good. That foul is going to be on number 32 of the Pirates, Justin Adkins.
Really,
Apodaca to the line for a three-point play.
really good drive and kick there by Kane. He's averaging about 7.5 a game, but that was a really nice no-look pass there.
That free throw attempt is up and no good. Rebound controlled by Barnes-Pettit out to McKenzie, who brings it across quickly. Jack gets to about 15, loses that dribble, has to reverse out to the top. Busick takes the dribble handoff from Barnes-Pettit over to McKenzie. Jack between two people. That's normally not a whistle we get here at Rushville, Josh. I like that trend early. That foul is called on number 30, Clayton Chase of the Lions.
You know, I'm going to try to take it easy on the opposing team. I got some pushback from Lawrenceburg and their coach, so we're going to try to take it easy tonight.
Nah, no you won't. I know how you are. Jack takes it on the left baseline out to Barnes-Pettit for three.
Oh, good shot.
Just rimmed out. Good look. Rebound on the play by Bowles. He controls. Bowles controls. Over to Zachary, who breaks the Pirate pressure. Down in the corner to Chase, who backs it out to Zachary. That three-point attempt is up. No good by Kane. Rebound by McKenzie. Going to bring it across quickly for the Pirates. Out top to Busick. Over to Barnes-Pettit. Pirates being a little too patient. I'd like to see him probe that defense a little bit more. Like we were talking about early, play in straight lines. That time McKenzie goes in.
Jesus criminy.
Here we go. It only took less than 4 minutes.
I got to find a pencil. Thanks.
We got it.
I think that Jack leads the nation in charges, and he leads the nation in just pathetic calls against him, too.
That was not a good call, but this is not a visual medium, although we have a camera. You couldn't see how bad it was unless you were here in person. Nevertheless, score is 3-2. Pirates still lead. Apodaca stays with it. He goes up and scores. Pirates trail 4-3, 4:20 to go here in the first quarter as McKenzie takes it on the right wing. Double dribbles, and they don't call it. Guess they felt bad because of the bad charge as Busick drives to the left. He gets tripped up. Foul will be called on Rushville. Foul is on number 44, Apodaca. Pirates will look to trigger it in from the baseline. Busick will take the ball out of bounds. Enters to McKenzie. Running America's play. Out to Busick. Looks to get it to Jack in the post. Be a hold called there on the Lions. That foul's going to be on number 11, Keegan Bowles. Number 12, Bradley Lutz checks in there.
Solid minutes for Jacoby in his first start.
You know, a lot of times people might look at it as you're insulting them. What was great about Jacoby there, his first start ever, you didn't know he was on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's actually a very high compliment.
Absolutely.
Busick controls out top against their pressure. Ball reversed to the left wing to McKenzie. Passes it to Lutz. Bradley gets it to Barnes-Pettit on the corner. Skip pass across the floor to McKenzie. His three is up. It is good. Jack McKenzie for three from the left wing. Makes it 6-4. Pirates in the lead. 3:35 to go here.
Really good job by Lutz getting it into the middle of the paint, kicking it over to Addison with a really good skip pass across to McKenzie.
And how could I forget? That was a Dorflinger Insurance three-pointer made there by Jack McKenzie. That three-point attempt is up and no good by number 30, Chase. Controlled by Busick. Busick fumbles it out of bounds. That turnover is going to give it back to Rushville. 6-4 here, 3:12 to go in the first quarter.
First time I think that we've seen the Pirates really extend their defense tonight.
Zachary with a nice Euro step to finish. 6-6. That 2 points ties it up for Rushville. Over to Busick on the left wing. He hits Lutz coming off that double stagger to the top. Over to McKenzie. Curl there. Nice job by Jack getting to the rim. Not sure exactly why there's nothing called on that.
Well, you know where we're at.
Not to make an odd comment myself, but I think one of the Rushville players might have lost a piece of tooth.
Oh, hello.
Something was handed to the coach.
A piece of tooth?
A tooth?
Something was handed
Oh,
to the
my
coach where the
goodness.
coach made a face and wrapped it in tissue.
Okay.
I've only
Alrighty
ever
then.
seen that happen with Avery Moore when he lost his teeth.
Hey. Looks
I tell
like
you, so far, I don't hate the fact that the Pirates are picking up the pressure, but, you know, the one cardinal sin against a zone press is to get it to the middle.
that's all that's happening.
And that's the thing that is the most wide open now. That rotation has got to be better by the Pirates. Although they do hold the 8-6 lead here with 2:15 to go. Rushville surveying that Pirates zone. Pirates looking for an opportunity to trap in a corner here. They're back in a 3-2 now. Nice
hands,
job by
Bradley.
Lutz.
Go with it.
Deflects it away and steals it. Skip pass up the
Cut.
floor to McKenzie.
One
Skips across the floor to Lutz, who's going to be patient. Back across to McKenzie. Down in the corner to Adkins. Justin swings out to Busick.
Travel.
Drew out to Jack. Jack's three-point attempt is up. It is short. Controlled on the play there by Bowles of Rushville. Zachary brings it across the timeline for the Lions. Over to Bowles. Down inside to Apodaca. That left-hand layup is up and good. Apodaca's lay-in makes it 8-8 now. Score is tied, 1:30 to go. Lutz for three out of the corner is no good. Rebound controlled again by Bowles.
Apodaca averaging 6 points on the year, or 2.5 points on the year, has 6 here early in the first quarter.
And I think all 6 points have come with a left-hand layup right at the rim.
Yeah. You know, this is something that we talked about, and Rushville's very content to do this. Keep it 8-8 in the first quarter, sit back, let the Pirates sit back in their zone, and just be super controlled and try to get stuff inside.
And I tell you, this is the tough part as a coach because you want your kids to be aggressive, but so far, Josh, if I'm being honest,
There it is again.
a lot of the threes that we've taken so far have been the shots that Rushville wants us to take.
Absolutely.
That's going to be the second foul called on Adkins here in the first half.
You know, one thing that you really can't do and what a zone is supposed to do is kind of protect the middle of the paint. They're getting everything that they want on that block from Apodaca. And again, he's averaging 2.5 points a game.
His first free throw attempt is up and good, makes the score 9-8. Rushville now takes the lead. Substitution in for Rushville, number 5, Isaac Schell making his first appearance for the Lions.
Also number 20, Reese Beaver, making his first appearance for the Pirates.
Apodaca's second free throw attempt is up and good. Malachi Knight, a freshman for Rushville, is making his first appearance as well. 3 fresh bodies into the game, 10-8, 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Pirates trailing by 2. As Beaver kicks over to McKenzie, back out top to Busick, on the left wing to Beaver. Busick looks to drive. That pass deflected out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Pirates. 30.6 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
You know, Jace, it's just kind of been the start that we said that the Pirates had to avoid, letting Rushville, who's 3-14 on the year, hang around and really not getting anything. It's a lot of settling for shots, not a lot of attacking downhill, not a lot of curls, really nothing at the rim other than one McKenzie layup.
Well, it's like we talked about early. It's a lot of side to side. There's no movement on the backside, so you're penetrating against set help defense. It's going to make everything you get difficult. Nice job there, Reese, looking to attack recovering defense. That's still just 4 fouls. So Pirates are not in the bonus yet. 7.5 seconds here to go. Pirate basketball out of bounds. They trail 10-8. Busick will look to trigger it in for the Pirates. Entered in there to Barnes Pettit. They're going to run a fake handoff. Addison keeps it, kicks in the corner, swings out top to Beaver.
Nobody wants to shoot it. My
That
God.
3-point attempt is too late.
Somebody's
So
gotta
at the
shoot
end of the first quarter, your Pirates trail Rushville 10-8. We'll be right back.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Welcome back to Rushville. Start of the second quarter. Hometown Rushville Lions 10, the visiting Greensburg Pirates 8. The second quarter brought to you by DCMH, Decatur County Memorial Hospital. Josh Lee with Jason Simpson. Jason, give us your quick first quarter thoughts.
A lot too much side to side, no movement on the backside defense or offensively by the Pirates. Defense wasn't bad. We were just always about a half a step slow on that last rotation, but I don't mind this more pressuring, trapping zone defense the Pirates are giving. It's the offense right now that the Pirates they've got to get more purpose to what they're doing.
You know, I thought what I like to see them do offensively at least is get into a little 4 out, 1 in, or 5 out, and run some screen away curls and get some stuff downhill. We didn't have any of that the first quarter.
Well, and that's what's going to get the movement on the backside as well, as Zachary turns it over there for the Lions. Pirates take control, 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. As Busick will bring it across the timeline. Pirates look to trigger it in. McKenzie on the wing, out to Beaver, over to Busick on the right wing. Lutz has it into McKenzie, who skips it across
pass,
out to Addison Barnes-Pettit. That three-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound on the play by Kane of Rushville.
You know, that was a better offensive possession there. They got the shot that they wanted. Kids just missed a shot, but that was what they wanted there.
You can't complain about that. Inside-out dribble penetration, kick out to a shooter. Those are ones you just look at and you say, we've got to make. That's not a forced shot. That's exactly what you want to get out of your offense. Turnover there by Rushville. Pirates take possession.
You know, just watching Shell there, watching him dribble, there's no chance that I wouldn't be picking him up full court whenever he had the basketball. I think he double dribbled 3 times before they called it.
Pirates control the ball here. Lutz on the right wing. Dribble handoff with Beaver, who kicks across to Barnes-Pettit in the corner to Lutz. Bradley looks to penetrate, nothing there. Reverses it back out to Busick. Busick up top, over to McKenzie. Jack reverses it to Bradley. Dribble handoff with McKenzie. Pull up 15-footer up, just rims out. Good look. Apodaca on the rebound. Rushville going to do exactly what they want. They control that rebound, let the defense clear out. They're going to play at their tempo. Slow to bring it up. Going to be very deliberate. Not stalling, just going to be very deliberate, as all Kerry Brown coach teams are going to be. They're going to make you work every single possession defensively.
And when a team isn't as skilled as the team that they're playing, this is perfect. This is exactly what Coach Brown wants. It wouldn't surprise me if Zachary stood out there for about a minute and a half.
That would definitely be in Kerry's wheelhouse, and who could blame him? Timeout called here by Coach Brown. We'll see what he wants. He's going full timeout. We will take that opportunity to take a break here. 5:37 to go in the first half. Pirates trail 10-8.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton & Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton & Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton & Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back here to Rushville. 5:37 remaining in the second period. Our second quarter sponsor and the game brought to you by Decatur County Memorial Hospital. 10-8 Rushville. Rushville basketball coming out of the timeout. Jace, give us your thoughts. The last 2.5 minutes that absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah, so my thoughts stay the same. As Zachary brings it across the timeline over to Bowles. Zachary controls back at the top. He swings over to Kane, who's going to dribble back to the center circle, surveying that Pirate defense. Kane controls it for the Lions. He's looking to get it entered. Gets it down inside. That is tonight over to Apodaca, who kicks to Zachary in the corner.
You know, like you said earlier, Greensburg just looks a half step behind. There were 3 or 4 passes right there in a row that one of them should have been stolen.
And it's one of those things right now. We're letting the play happen and watching it and then reacting instead of forcing a play to happen the way that we want it to. Nice job there by Drew pressuring the ball outside. Way too easy on the dribble drive, just a straight line drive. Layup by Rushville. 12-8, Lions lead, 4:40 to go here in the second quarter. Passes into McKenzie into the post, who kicks it back out to Lutz, swings across to Busick. Drew on the left wing, skips across to Lutz in the corner.
Long.
That three-point attempt is up and no good. Apodaca on the rebound for the Lions.
Every single trip is one shot and out for Greensburg. 0 offensive rebounds in the first quarter and a half.
Here we go, Bowles out top, swings across to Zachary. Back over to Bowles. Back to Zachary on the right wing, who kicks to the corner to Kane. Kane surveying that Pirate defense, looking for an outlet. Over to Bowles. Bowles being patient out top to Apodaca in the post. Bowles, I think, wanted that three, but fumbled it as it gets reversed. Over there to number 40, Malachi Knight, who hits a nice little 15-foot baseline jumper. Pirates now trail 14-8, 3:45 to go here in the first half. Busick gets it inside to McKenzie in the post. Back out to Busick on the wing. His three-point attempt is up. It is no good. Rebound on the play there by Malachi Knight of the Lions as Zachary brings it across the timeline down to Apodaca in the corner. He reverses it to Bowles, over to Zachary. Zachary back to Bowles. Nice screen there set for Kane in the corner as Zachary controls out by the center circle.
And you know, the more that this game goes along, if you're here watching it, you can see Rushville getting a little bit more confident with every single possession.
Absolutely. This is one of those games you let teams hang around. They start to get more confident. You're not forcing turnovers. They're used to turning it over at a high clip, which is not common for a Coach Brown team. And so, you know, they start to get more comfortable. They get more confident. They feel like this is a game that they have. But just as we say that,
you know, Rushville's, that's their 4th turnover on the game, and we haven't forced one of them. They've just thrown it out of bounds. You know what that tells me? Pick up the pressure a little bit, and they'll start turning it over at a high clip.
Absolutely. Ball is triggered in. Busick will bring it across the timeline. Lutz comes across the top of an Iverson screen there. He's going to survey that defense, swing it across to Barnes Pettit, dribble handoff with Busick. Back to Lutz, to McKenzie in the right corner. Jack gets it to Beaver, back to Jack. To Lutz on the left wing, out top to McKenzie. Oh, Jack was open on that nice little UCLA screen. Kicks it out top to Barnes Pettit. His three-point attempt is up and no good. Foul will be called on number 12 of the Pirates. At least, Josh, as much as we don't like fouls being called, at least we had somebody being aggressive trying to get an offensive rebound. I think that's the first time I've seen somebody in blue actually go to the offensive glass, so I'm not sure I'm mad about it.
We've gone through 6 minutes in the second quarter, and Greensburg has the closest they've been was a 15-foot jump shot.
As Busick will get it on the left wing. He drives inside, out to Barnes, Pettit, back to Jack.
Charge.
That'll be a charge called on number 22 of the Pirates, Jack McKenzie. That'll be Jack's second foul of the game. 1:37 to go. 1:37 to go here in the first half. Pirates trail 14-8. We'll be right back.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail.
Welcome back to Rushville. If you're still with us, we appreciate it. The second quarter brought to you by Decatur County Memorial Hospital. Well, we still haven't scored, so 14-8 Rushville with 1:37 left in the second half. I'm at a loss for words, Jason.
Well, Josh, I wish I could help you, but I would be lying if I said that I was full of a lot of descriptive words here that I'm allowed to say on the radio.
You know, at this point in time, I'm starting to feel like Don Fisher does at IU games, and truth bombs are going to start coming out at some point in time.
10-second violation. Nice job there, the Pirates picking up that pressure, switched up their press there. It looked like they were in a little diamond 1-2-1-1 action. 1:27 to go now. Pirates still trailing by 6, but they have the ball as Busick brings it across the timeline. Dribble handoff there to McKenzie, over to Lutz. Get a little dribble weave action that we've seen here, but not getting a whole lot done with it. McKenzie looks to penetrate. That foul will be called there on number 11 of the Lions, number 11, Keegan Bowles.
His second.
That's his second. Lions first of the second quarter.
You know, what I think the strengths are of this Greensburg team are, again, playing that 5 out, getting into some curls, getting some stuff downhill. What I would say is not as taking people off the dribble. I would like to see us go to some sort of 4 out, 1 in, maybe McKenzie inside against a smaller kid, or space the floor and get some guys going downhill.
McKenzie brings it back out top. He kicks over in the corner to Lutz. Now Bradley brings it out top. Pirates in a 1-4 low, looking to break people down off dribble penetration. Busick brings it back to the top, over to Beaver on the wing.
Going to have to be careful
They
here.
get it inside to McKenzie.
He'll go down.
Jack in the post. His pass will be deflected out of bounds. Pirates keep possession. 42.7 seconds to go. Pirates trail 14-8. McKenzie will trigger it in here for the Pirates. He enters it out top to Lutz. Over to Busick on the right wing, who brings it back to the center circle. Lutz in that left-hand baseline corner. Skip across the floor to Barnes Pettit. His three-point attempt is up and good. That Dorflinger insurance makes it 14-11. Pirates still trail by 3, but they cut that lead in half. As much as you don't want kids to pick up fouls, that's actually not a bad foul. Pirates had fouls to give.
This is Lutz's second.
That's not what you like to see. But, again, so long as Bradley is smart here, that's really nothing hurt other than another personal foul against him. Zachary looks to trigger it in for the Lions.
Get up and jump that. Bradley.
Lutz is late again, almost picked up his third on a cheap one as Zachary looks to control out top.
That's not it.
They changed the rule a couple of years ago, Josh. That should not have been a kicked ball.
Well, when they throw it off somebody's knee, the ref will bail them out and give them that kick ball all the time.
Must be an intentional kick. If you throw it off the leg, it's not a kick. That ball is kicked in the corner. That is number 3, Quentin Kane with the 3-point field goal. That makes the score at halftime. Rushville 17, Pirates 11. We'll be back for our halftime analysis.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
And we're back here at Rushville High School. Halftime score, Pirates trail Rushville 17-11. This halftime is brought to you by Stone's Farm Service. And our overall broadcast tonight, we can't go without thanking our overall sponsors, Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Byright Auto, Decatur County Recycling, and Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Once again, this is the Stone's Farm Service halftime report. Josh, hit us with all of the stats that you can statify over there.
Well, guess what? If you've been watching the game and you know that it's 17-11, there ain't a lot of stats to go around here. Rushville was led in scoring from 8 by number 44, Apodaca. He's averaging that of 2.5 points per game. Second in scoring was number 3, Kane. He had a 3 in the second quarter. And then a trio of 2-point scorers with Bowles, Zachary, and Knight with 2 points on the game. 17 points for Rushville in the first half. Just a quick friendly reminder, they had 17 for the game against Connorsville earlier in the year. For the Pirates, not a lot of scoring there. 11 total points in the first half. They were led with 5 by McKenzie, 3 by Busick, and 3 by Barnes-Pettit. And I think we've shot 2 twos all game, had 0 offensive rebounds. Here's the thing, Jason, we've scored 11 points, and we only have 2 turnovers. And those were a charge on McKenzie and, well, there was another one. But let's just put it.
Yeah, I can't even think of what the other one was. I know Jack had that charge, and again, when you're on the road, you expect those 50-50 calls to not go your way most of the time. And, I mean, if you're playing well on the backside of that, those calls don't matter when it's all said and done.
I take that back. Jack had both charges. One was in the first quarter, one was in the second quarter. Jack McKenzie picks up his nationwide leading 487 charge on the year.
That's officially unofficial, by the way.
That's officially unofficial, but it's dang close. It is dang close. So, we've said this on the broadcast before. We've said this on our radio show Saturday mornings from 9 to 11, Beyond the Game, shameless plug. When you let teams that are 3-14 hang around, especially at home, by sitting back, not being the aggressor. We said it right before the game, come out, be the aggressor. That was the last thing that we did. All the kids were passive. Nobody was looking to cut. We sat back in a 3-2 zone. And Rushville's 5 turnovers came from them just throwing it out of bounds. They had a 10-second call, and then they just threw 4 out of bounds. There was no pressure involved there. So, I know that we want to stick to the game plan. We want to stick to what we're known for. But at some point in time, when you're the better team and you have more talent and you have more skill and you have more experience, you need to go be that team. Whatever your philosophy is on basketball, go be the better team at some point in time. And in the first 17 games of the season, that hasn't happened very often. You let Franklin County hang around. Now you're letting Rushville hang around.
You let Lawrenceburg hang around, take you to double overtime.
Jason, we had 16 points through 3 quarters. We switched some things up defensively. We switched some things up offensively. We scored 18 in the fourth quarter. We're right back into the same situations that we've been in for the majority of our games. Zones, whatever, a lot of teams have won a lot of games playing zone. You win playing zone. But what zone does is let lesser teams hang around with better teams. That was us against Richmond. We lost to them by 3 points. That allows that to happen. When you have a team that's 3-14 and you're going into their place, be the aggressor, come out, bury them early, because right now, again, they scored 17 points against Connersville, and they have 17 at half against us. So, we can sit here and everybody that knows us and listens to us know what our philosophy is on basketball. That ain't changing. So something needs to happen in the locker room where they figure out, with the system that they play, how they can come out and be more aggressive.
Well, and if you look at it, I like the fact that we picked up and we were in that it was either 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1. Same difference when you really look at it in the full court. There was always at least one kid, though, that got caught standing watching. They weren't aggressive. You'd have 2 or 3 kids, one being denying the pass they should be denying, 2 setting a really nice trap, and somebody's supposed to take away the reverse pass, supposed to take away the middle pass, is just standing and watching and hoping that his teammates make plays. If you aren't engaged, and it takes all 5 people. I still remember it wasn't a Coach Hipskin made phrase, but it was, Coach Hipskin was the one that would always tell us about it. You're strongest when you make a fist, but when you make that fist, you can't have that thumb sticking out. Okay, you have that one appendage that sticks out, it's going to get broken off. You can't do that. You're stronger when you have all 5 together. And right now, the Pirates just don't have everybody on the same page in that full court, or even once we get to the half court. You'll have 2 or 3 guys doing a great job on the ball side on the wing, and the backside get caught watching. Like you said, Apodaca's averaging about 2.5 points a game. He has 8 point blank right at the rim. Why? Because we fall asleep on the backside. So let's not put this all on game plan X and O's. There's a whole lot of execution that has got to be put on the shoulders of the guys in blue.
Absolutely, and to your point, that the all 5 fingers making a fist. If you watch Rushville play defensively, they're not overly talented, but you know what? They're in gaps, they're in help, they're recovering quick. They're doing about the exact opposite that we've done. They are doing about the exact opposite that IU does. They're there for help and recover.
Oh, good Lord, did you just compare us to IU? I didn't think Greensburg was that bad.
Well, have you watched IU this year? But
unfortunately.
We're not, when we run that continuation ball screen offense, when you have guys that aren't known as shooters kind of standing out there, that's going to clog that paint. Spread it out a little bit. Get Addison. Addison hit that 3 in the corner. He's shooting about 55% from 3 in the corner. Get some of that stuff happening. Get some curls. Get some flare cuts. But when you're just going to run continuous ball screen offense, Rushville's, they're content with they're up 8, they're up 6 points going into the second half. They're content with that.
Well, with as connected as they are defensively, it's like we said about before we came on the air, and we said that before the Stones Farm Service halftime report.
Look at that. You're not a professional, but you're a professional.
An expert. But we talked about it before, that you can't play side to side and back towards a 10-second line because Rushville is going to be in every single gap. And guess where they've been so far? In every single gap. You've got to turn that corner and engage that defense and force a help defender to guard you. You've got to force 2 people to guard you because then that's when there's openings. There's that lane for you because then they don't overhelp, or you got a teammate that's open. And that's the best time to drive anyway. You attack that recovering defense. That was your Stones Farm Service halftime report, and now we are into the Kennellian Daughters third quarter as McKenzie triggers it in for the Pirates. McKenzie out top, kicks to Busick. Foul going to be called on the play on number 44, Apodaca of the Lions. Pirates will take it underneath as Barnes Pettit will look to trigger it in here.
You know, one thing that I do like, and I just saw in the first 11 seconds, I like Addison on the block a little bit. He's got some good moves in there. Put him on there, see if he can get some stuff going against the sophomore Apodaca.
Busick controls out top, swings across to Lutz on the left side. He kicks across to McKenzie, back to Lutz. Over to McKenzie. Jack drives inside. That pass is going to be tipped and stolen away. Chase with the steal for the Lions, as now Zachary will look to bring it across for Rushville. Back out top to Zachary in the center circle. He goes across to Bowles. Back to Zachary. He's playing a little ping pong here. And I don't mean the Forrest Gump style of ping pong, Josh. This is the boring type.
The slow back and forth. Travel, kick.
Kicked ball there.
That was an actual kick.
Yes, that was a kick. Ball will stay in possession of Rushville as Chase will trigger it in. He gets it into Zachary. Gets it across to Bowles, back out to Zachary. Nice pressure being applied there by Busick and Adkins. Trying to lure them into that trap, but they're happy just to kind of play a little keep away here as Bowles goes back over to Zachary. Down to Apodaca in the short corner.
Three's been in the lane for about as long as Zach Eady's in the lane for.
Bowles penetrates inside. He tries to kick to Apodaca. That pass is going to go out of bounds. Pirates take possession.
That's 6 turnovers for Rushville on the night.
McKenzie will look to trigger it in. He's going to get it into Busick. Drew will bring it across for the Pirates. 6:28 to go here. 17-11 Pirates trail. Into the corner to Lutz. Bradley in that left corner, back out top to Busick. Busick over to Adkins, down in the corner to McKenzie. Jack on the retreat. Swings across to the left side to Busick. In the corner to Lutz. Bradley looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Jack will control it. Jack now looks to drive. Skip across the floor to Barnes Pettit. His three-point attempt is up. No good. Bradley Lutz with the offensive rebound. He will be fouled on the play by number 30, Clayton Chase. And the Pirates will take possession underneath their own basket. 5:54 to go. Pirates trail 17-11. As Busick will look to trigger it in now. He gets it in to Barnes Pettit. Skip across the floor to McKenzie in the corner. His three-point attempt is up. It's no good. Apodaca with the rebound. Zachary gets it across. That pass is going to be tipped and stolen to Busick. His layup is up and good. Assisted there on the play by McKenzie. Drew Busick with 2. Brings the Pirates to within 4, 17-13, 5:25 to go here in the third quarter. Chase has it for the Lions, out to Zachary. Zachary over to Bowles. Bowles looks over that Pirate 1-3-1, gets it out top. Now it's down in the corner to Chase. He's in that trap. Got to keep him in, but again, like we said, there's always one person. Got that thumb sticking out. Zachary for 3. It's no good. Rebound on the play by Barnes Pettit, who gets it to Busick. Busick brings it across quickly for the Pirates. Busick over to McKenzie on the left wing, who's going to dribble back out top, swinging across to Lutz. Dribble handoff there with Busick.
Sweep and drive.
Over to McKenzie. Flop on the play, nothing called. That 2-point baseline jumper is up and good. 17-15 now. Pirates trim that lead to only 2. Timeout's going to be called here on the play by Rushville. Coach Brown not happy with the momentum here. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. 4:24 to go here in the Kennelly and Daughters third quarter. Pirates still trail 17-15, but they've cut that lead from 6-2 here, Josh, in the first half of this quarter.
Yeah, when you said that Coach Brown took that timeout because he didn't like how the momentum was going, I think a 4-0 run over the course of 3 minutes and 30 seconds will constitute as a run. We'll give them that. So Pirates getting a little bit more. They actually have an offensive rebound in the half. They're getting a little bit more of what I think they want. And I'd like to see that they've extended the pressure a little bit. The only thing that I would like to see a little bit more are these wings on that 1-3-1 come up a little bit higher. What's happening is it's just going to be passing over the top of Busick and just running him back and forth. So once we get him in the corners, that's where you want the traps are. We need to try to force at that and be ready to keep him in that trap.
Well, and it's like we said at halftime. You know, we had a beautiful trap set down in the left baseline corner, and then there's one person that doesn't make their coverage. And
there
what
you
happens?
Go. Run with him.
Nice steal by Busick. He's running the floor.
Good
Kicks
pass.
over. That
right,
layup is going to be missed by Barnes Pettit. Good run there, though, by the Pirates. Rebound controlled by number 3, Quentin Kane of Rushville. That Pirate 1-3-1 has really picked up the pressure. Tipped away. Controlled. Apodaca up. No good. Rebound on the play
no call
by McKenzie.
Jiminy Christmas. Well, we knew the guy from Rushville down here wasn't going to call anything.
I'm still trying to figure out how it's a good thing I have the headset on because I think I might have gotten myself on trouble with that no call.
And rightfully so. Coach Busick is fired up. And, you know, the funny thing is I warned him about that very guy, exactly what was going to happen.
Rushville triggers it in. It's out top there to Kane. Kane being trapped. Kickball violation. There we go. Nice hands over there by Christie. She saved Coach Pratt, which, I mean, that's like
He's a treasure.
I was going to say, that's like being the Secret Service there. Your number one job is to keep Coach Pratt safe.
I'm not sure who could drive the Pirates if it wasn't for him.
Nice steal there by McKenzie. That steal, he goes up. Should have just laid it up. He does not.
He's going to hear about that later, don't you?
As well, he should. You got to get your 2 points when you're not winning. Busick does a nice job. He's up pressuring Zachary. That block on the play called on Atkins. That'll be his third. That's going to bring Beaver off the bench. Reese will come in now. He's going to replace Justin, who just picked up his third. 3:34 to go here in the third quarter. Pirates trail 17-15.
A little bit more pressure by the Pirates, you know. McKenzie just made a Batesville play right there. Go in for the layup. You don't have to do the highlight play, dunk it. Just get the 2 freaking points.
2 points are your friend. Take the easy ones. Zachary out top. His 3-point attempt is up. No good.
Man, Bradley's getting away with a 2-hand shove in the back all night.
Lutz with the rebound.
Just a straight 2-hand shove.
Another timeout going to be called here by Coach Brown. He calls a 30. Not sure if he's unhappy with the shot selection or just the fact that it seems like that the Pirates' pressure being ramped up has kind of rattled Rushville to start the quarter here. But 3:20 to go here in the Kennelly and Daughters third quarter. Pirates still trail 17-15, but you can definitely feel that offensive tempo and defensive pressure picking up for the Pirates.
Yeah, you know, and really it should be a Pirate lead at this point. Missed a couple easy ones. Addison had a tough catch. He made a really good catch. He just found himself, that pass led him underneath the basket. And then McKenzie, just no excuse for that. Just a ridiculous play. But anyway, I'll stop. I got warned that I should be nicer to Jack. So,
well, when you're speaking the truth, I don't know.
I'll try to be a little bit nicer.
I think he'd probably agree with you on that one, but that's okay.
But in saying that, much better by the Pirates with their energy. Now, that energy, if you continue to play with that, that's going to lead to offensive success. And that's what you've said. You know, you talked about it with Allie Powers on the way up here for your girls team. It all starts with that defensive energy. And good things will come offensively.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you stop focusing on scoring and focus on doing some little things. Get a stop, get a rebound, get a deflection, and then all of a sudden the ball just happens to go in.
Yep.
That foul's going to be called there on, I didn't see who that was on Zachary. His first. Pirates take it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Beaver triggers it in to McKenzie. Jack gets it deflected away, out top to Busick. Drew surveys the defense, kicks in the corner to Beaver, who drives middle. Traveling violation going to be called on Beaver. You know it's not a good call if Coach Pratt is upset about it, and he is not happy.
He is not happy about that one.
Rushville controls in the backcourt, over to Chase. Back in the middle to Bowles. Now to Kane. Kane gets it to Zachary in the middle there. Busick with the pressure out top in this 1-3-1. Drew looking to funnel him into that trap. It's over to Kane now. Swings it back. That ball is going to be deflected, tipped away, controlled by Beaver.
With the
Pirates control
or
it.
We can walk it up the court.
Now Bradley Lutz, who finally corralled that for the Pirates, gets it to McKenzie. Pirates look to set up. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Flare screen set for McKenzie, who gets it into Barnes Pettit in the post.
There you go.
Addison kicks back out to Jack. Jack's three is up. It is no good. Tipped out, controlled by Zachary of the Lions. Nice pass there to Kane. That layup attempt is up and good. 19-15 here. Rushville leads. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Busick with the drive and two. Quickly gets the Pirates back to within two. 19-17. 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Rushville gets it across quickly. Might have forced that one. Addison doing a great job battling on the boards. Gets it to Lutz, who's going to bring it across quickly. He's got it on the right wing over to Barnes Pettit, who swings it out to Busick. Busick drives with that left hand. It is up and good. Tie score here. 1:10 to go. Pirates have got it all knotted up at 19.
Last couple possessions are the first time all night that we've seen Drew really attack, and I like that. When he plays that way, guess what that opens up? His three-point shooting. So great job by Drew being aggressive, attacking, and tying the game up for the Pirates.
Well, one thing I've noticed about Drew is he's a very good ball handler, but when he is ineffective, he's just spending so much time dancing out front with the basketball. Make a decisive basketball move and go, because he is a good enough three-point shooter. They're going to honor that. Just make a strong catch-rip drive.
Look at that. We got it. We got it.
You know what that's called, don't you? That's the referee's get out of jail free card. And that no call allows a layup by Rushville, so they take a 2-point lead. They're back in front, 21-19.
Why wouldn't you just bobble it all the way down the court? With the pass.
Pass tipped and stolen away by Rushville. Kane controls it, gets it over to Zachary, who gets it back to Kane out top. 25 seconds to go. That foul's going to be called there on Busick. I think that's just his first.
I think it might be on McKenzie.
It was called. That's going to be the third on Jack. Foul's called on 22 McKenzie, his third. 20 seconds to go here. Pirates trail by 2. Kane controls it for Rushville. Zachary. That pass is going to be tipped away. Controlled now by Rushville. 10.9 seconds to go. Rushville takes it out in front of their own bench. Trying to get it in. Gets it into Zachary. Zachary travels. Not called. Three-point attempt is up. No good. Rebound on the play. Busick, three-pointer up. No good. That's the end of the first third quarter. That's the end of Kennelly and Daughters' third quarter. Greensburg trails Rushville 21-19. We'll be right back.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
We are back at Rushville with a barn burner of a Greensburg Pirate game. Your fourth quarter sponsor, Napoleon State Bank. 21-19 Rushville. That quarter was an 8-4 fourth quarter. We got some referees doing first time they've done a decent job all night cleaning up the floor.
But they obviously didn't watch Josh Lee back in his heyday at IU.
Look, if you want to clean the floor the right way, you've got to get down on your hands and knees.
You sprint to the spot first of all.
Wax on, wax off motion. But you got to sprint. You know why you sprint to the spot? You got to get that camera time.
Absolutely.
You got to get the face time. Looks like the Pirates into a little bit of a man-to-man defense.
Okay.
Looks like a little bit of a moving screen. There you go.
Nice job there by Beaver. Good help the helper. Stolen away by Addison Barnes-Pettit, who gets it to Beaver, kicks up the floor to Busick. Drew on that right wing, kicks out top to Barnes-Pettit, over to McKenzie. Back to Barnes-Pettit at the top. Lutz in the left-hand corner. That pass is going to be stolen away. Jack's got to be smarter than that.
That's just one of the dumbest fouls that you
3 fouls. Can't
make.
pick up your fourth foul doing that. And now that's going to bring Adkins off the bench to replace McKenzie, as that's his fourth. Justin comes back in with 3.
We got a lot of hero ball going on right now for number 22, trying to dunk it, trying to block shots. Just be smart. God.
Bowles goes to the line, hits his first of 2, 22-19 now. Rushville with the lead, 7:26 to go in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. 23-19 now. Rushville with a 4-point lead over the Pirates. Busick gets it over to Beaver, kicks down in the post to Lutz. That foul's going to be called there on Apodaca, his fourth. So now each team with a key player with 4 fouls, as Pirates will have possession underneath their own basket. That brings Shelley off the bench. In for Apodaca. Busick looks to get it in. He gets it into Beaver in the corner. Out to Lutz. Busick in the left-hand corner. Ball screen set there by Barnes-Pettit. In the corner to Lutz. Bradley's 3-point attempt is up. No good.
Go, Justin, stay with
Justin
it.
Adkins with the rebound and one opportunity. Nice job there by Justin Adkins to keep that one alive. The Pirates trail by 2 with a chance to get it back to a 1-point lead.
Fouls on number 5, Shell. He's checking out of the game, entering for Rushville, number 40, Knight. Shell with 2 fouls goes to the bench. Adkins trying to complete the 3-point play. And he does.
That attempt is up and good. Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Pirates trail by just 1 now. 7:01 to go. That ball's going to be turned over out of bounds. Pirate basketball. 7:01 to go underneath their own basket. Timeout going to be called here by Coach Busick and the Pirates. Like we said, in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter, Rushville 23, Pirates 22, 7:01 to go. We'll be right back.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
Welcome back to Rushville. 7:01 remaining. Rushville holding on with the slimmest of leads. Riveting 23-22 game here. Greensburg ball out of bounds. They got a little bit of momentum. Yes, 3 points. A 3-point play by Adkins on the last possession constitutes his momentum. But let's see what the Pirates can do here after a full timeout from Coach Busick.
Beaver's going to look to trigger it in here for the Pirates. He gets it into Busick in that left-hand corner. Skip pass across the floor to Lutz. Bradley drives in. His layup is up and good. Pirates with a 1-point lead now. Pirates take the lead 24-23. It might be the first time all night I agreed with an official, Josh.
That was a good no call.
Pirates back in the man-to-man now. Rushville swings it over to Zachary on the left wing, who's guarded by Busick. He gets it across to Knight, who swings it across to Bowles. Bowles out top.
Good defense.
He looks to drive into the middle. Zachary with it out top again. Zachary kind of probing that Pirates defense, looking for an open teammate. He gets it to Kane. Lutz on him. Kane swings it across to Zachary, down in the corner to Chase. Chase gets it out of that corner, picks up his dribble. Pirates can't take advantage of it as now Zachary has it out top. He's guarded by Busick. Can't see, oh, Chase in that left-hand corner. He's still in the lane, no call. No call, just a suggestion, just saying.
Really solid defense here by the Pirates.
Don't do anything silly.
It's been a long possession from
solid.
Rushville, but nothing has happened to it. Nothing has happened. They've maybe gotten it in the lane one time, so stay in front of
Kane has it out top. He gets it to Bowles. Reach-in foul called there on Busick.
Just his second.
Looks like we're going to have another timeout here called by Coach Brown. That's going to leave them with 5:27 to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter and in the game. Pirates with the 24-23 lead. We'll be right back.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Back here in Rushville, 5:27 remaining. Pirates take their first lead since early in the first quarter, 24-23. We got a little man-to-man action, but regardless of what defense they played, the intensity has been better in the second half. Offensive execution hasn't been there. Rushville's always going to want to play it slow, be patient, but the intensity has definitely been there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we always talk about an intent to guard. You have to have that intent to guard. It doesn't matter if you've got decent rotations. If you aren't intent on locking somebody down, it doesn't matter what you do. And I think that has been there this half for the Pirates for sure. As Zachary now has it out top for the Lions. Lions back into that trapping zone that they've been in. They get it down inside, kicked out on the baseline to Bowles, who gets it out top to Zachary. Gets it into Kane, hits. That was Chase. That shot attempt is up and no good by Knight. Rebounded on the play by Beaver, who gets it to Busick. Drew kicks in the corner to Lutz. Bradley on the drive. He skips across to Barnes Pettit in the corner. Nice patience there being shown by the Pirates, although a couple of nice shots I wouldn't have minded if they took, but good patience being shown. Now as they look to penetrate that. Down in the corner to Barnes Pettit.
All right, good smart play there.
Nice job of Addison. Got the defender up off his feet with that pump fake. Absorbed the contact. That foul will be called on Rushville.
Bowles, his third, team's third.
As Reese will look to trigger it in. He gets it out top to Busick. Drew swings it across to Lutz in the corner to Adkins, who gets it to Beaver. Got to be more aggressive looking to score on that one. That is the right look, but you have to recognize that defender being there. When you're at the rim, get those feet under you, go up and finish that one.
Yeah, I think Reese is about 60% on the year from twos, and Bradley and Addison have both passed up pretty good opportunities from their best shots. Can't be afraid to make a play.
It's entered out top to Lutz, who gets it to Busick. In the corner to Beaver. His three-point attempt is up and no good. Nice job there at Justin trying to keep it alive, but Rushville comes up with the rebound. That's Zachary with the rebound, who's going to bring it across for Rushville. He gets it to Chase on the right wing, out top to Kane. Kane reverses over to Zachary, who gets it to Knight. Now to Bowles, who kicks out top to Kane.
Get up, Bradley.
Zachary controls out top. In the corner to Bowles. Bowles throws it over the top. That pass is going to be picked off and stolen by Addison Barnes Pettit. Now the big fella going to play a little point guard action here for the Pirates. I like it. Gets it in the corner to Lutz. I'd like to see Bradley be a little more aggressive in that one-on-one situation as Busick drives, misses the left-hander, but offensive rebound there by Reese Beaver. Skipped in the corner to Lutz, who gets it back out top to Busick. Busick swings it across to Beaver. Barnes Pettit now controls for the Pirates. Gets it to Drew on the wing, back out top to Addison. Addison drives, he kicks in the corner to Lutz. That three-pointer is up and good. Lutz with the three-point play. 27-23 in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Pirates now with a 4-point lead.
That's the Pirates' fourth Dorflinger Insurance three-pointer of the night, and not a bigger one on the night.
Pirates get caught sleeping. Chase for three out of the corner, and just like that, they're right back in the ballgame. 27-26. Pirates cling to the 1-point lead as Busick on the drive gets to Beaver. Back out top to Adkins. In the corner to Lutz. Bradley with another one. It's no good. Rebound on the play by Zachary. I think that went off his leg, but they're not, of course, going to give it to the Pirates. Possession will go to Rushville. 27-26, 2:21 to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Pirates with that slim 1-point lead as it's entered there to Kane. Kane across to Bowles. Still have to get it across. They kick it up to Apodaca, who's come back in the game.
Get up, get up. Oh, timeout.
Timeout called by Rushville. That's going to be their last timeout. Interesting strategy here by Coach Brown, but when you've been as successful as he had, Josh, I don't think I'm going to question it.
Yeah, and you know, at that point in time, just Pirates clinging to a 1-point lead. That trap in the corner was probably going to be a turnover. It looked like Addison had the steal. You hate losing your last time out, but you know, when you're playing at a 27-26 pace, every single possession matters. So.
Yeah, very true. And you know, you remember, if we go all the way back to the early days of Coach Hipskin, this is what Pirates games used to be like. But
by choice,
we would hear an awful lot of 4-game. We're going to spread the floor and go 4 corners and be very selective. And, you know, I still remember it, and it was against this very Rushville school. Kelly Hipskin holding the ball for nearly 5.5 minutes, almost turning it over about, 53 times.
You're saying he had the LeBron James, Russell Westbrook travels out up top?
Did he ever. And then the worst part about it was we finally went and shot a layup and missed it. And fouled on the rebound.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But thankfully, the basketball gods smiled on the Pirates that night, and after holding it for nearly 5.5 minutes, and then that comedy of errors, we did find a way to win it. So hopefully they're going to smile here on the Pirates this last 2:10 as they are holding on dearly to the 27-26 1-point lead.
McKenzie and Adkins. McKenzie has 4, Adkins has 3. Nobody else with more than 2 for the Pirates.
Ball is entered to Bowles, who gets it to Chase. Chase out top to Kane. Kane being pressured by Busick. He looks to drive. He gets it to Bowles. Bowles on that drive on the drift pass to the corner. Gets it to Chase. Chase kicks back out to Kane. You would think at some point tonight, Josh, that our backside help would understand that that's the pass that they want to throw, but they seem to be open on that every time.
Happened.
They get it to Zachary, who gets it back to Kane. Kane in the corner to Chase. Chase being trapped there. Get the release. That ball is picked off by Busick. Busick goes up. It's good. We're going to get an and one opportunity for Drew Busick. Nice job there by Drew picking that off and not being afraid to attack the rim. He goes up. That foul is going to be called on Bowles, his third, team's fourth. 29-26 Pirate lead. Busick here for an and one. It's up and good. Timeout going to be called here by Coach Busick. Don't hate it. Pirates take a 4-point lead. He takes the 32nd timeout here. 1:27 to go, Josh. 30-26 in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. What has to happen here this last minute 27 for the Pirates to hang on?
Well, you got to keep them out of the middle because that's what they're wanting to do. They're driving baseline. We are slow on that recovery. But if we're going to play that 1-3-1 half-court trap, I guess you could call it, we can't let the ball get to the middle because when the basketball gets to the middle against zone, only bad things happen for the defense. So keep it out of the middle and make sure that you finish everything with a defensive rebound and be strong with it. Rushville, the next foul for Rushville, Greensburg's shooting 2. So be strong with it, finish everything with a defensive rebound and keep the basketball out of the middle.
And I think so much of it is against a zone when it's something you're still not quite used to. When it gets to the middle, one person needs to commit. Yeah. Not one person commit and 3 people watch. And I think that's what's happening right now. We'll get 1 to 2 to 3 people committing and another one watching. And so now you're basically playing 1-on-4, which means there's 4 people from the opponents who are wide open.
So maybe a little man-to-man pressure.
It is, as Zachary's got it now. Stolen away by Lutz. He tips it to Busick. Drew goes in and scores. 32-26. Pirates push the lead to 6.
Really good hands by Lutz there and a nice finish by Busick to extend that lead to 6 points.
They get it to Chase. Back across to Bowles. Bowles kicks it across to Apodaca. He's being trapped now. Gets it to Bowles, who kicks it inside the Chase. That shot is up. It is blocked away. Saved there. Recovered by the Pirates. That ball is going to go out of bounds. And, of course, guess whose ball it is, Josh?
Well,
not the good guys.
Not the Pirates.
Chase will trigger it in. He gets it to Zachary. 32-26 Pirates lead here. Kicks across to Chase. Chase gets it inside to Kane.
Go get a rebound.
Kane, no good. McKenzie with the rebound. Jack brings it across. Gets it up quickly to Adkins. That layup attempt is up and good. 34-26 now, 35 seconds to go. Pirates with an 8-point advantage.
Scoring barrage here with 7 straight for the Pirates.
Three-pointer is up and no good. McKenzie with the rebound. He's going to be fouled on the play by Zachary, I believe. Jack's going to go to the line for two. 24.1 seconds to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Pirates with the 34-26 lead. Jack going to the line with a chance to push it to a double-digit lead for the Pirates.
Well, remember when I said I was going to keep rebounds, assists, all that stuff? Yeah, I think Jack made me a little bit too mad to keep track of that.
Jack toes the line, looks at his first one. His first free throw attempt is up. It's good. 35-26 now. Pirates push that advantage to 9.
It's like we got Lance Coy coming in for the first time in maybe about 6 weeks. Sprained his ankle, pretty good ankle sprain at Franklin County before Christmas. So good to see him getting back into the mix. I think he could provide a little bit of energy, a little bit of hustle for the Pirates down the stretch once he can get his legs back up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good for him to come out here, get a little burn, as they say. Jack's second free throw attempt is up and good. Pirates push that lead to 10. 36-26 now. 24 seconds to go as Zachary has it for the Lions. Dribble handoff out top with Kane. He kicks it to Bowles, who gets it to Zachary. Back out to Bowles. His three-point attempt is up. It's no good. Rebound on the play, controlled by who? Don't know who it's controlled by nobody, but nevertheless, foul is going to be called on Rushville. It's going to send Jack back to the line for two more free throws. 5.8 seconds to go. Pirates lead 36-26. And by the way, they lead in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
You know, I got to say, Jack did make two Big Sky free throws last time. Forgot to mention them. Let's see if he can make it a third, and he does.
That's a third Big Sky free throw for McKenzie. You know, 37-26 now. Pirates with the 11-point advantage.
You know, the score's not going to be indicative of how this game was actually played. Another Big Sky free throw from McKenzie. 12-point lead, 6 seconds left. Jason, it wasn't 12 about 2 minutes ago.
Ooh. Well, what do we always say? There are no beauty marks in the win-loss column.
There's not.
This one's going to go tally mark in the win column for the Pirates. That's the final buzzer here. 38-26. Your Pirates take the 12-point victory over Rushville. Josh, we will be back with some sparse final statistics and a word with Coach Busick right after this.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buyride Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buyride Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buyride Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Welcome back to Rushville's Memorial Gymnasium as your hometown Pirates are victorious tonight over the Lions, 38-26. Our sponsors tonight, Gillenhow Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buyride Auto, Decatur County Recycling, and Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Well, Josh, we know these are going to be very unofficial and very inaccurate, but tell us what stats you do have for us.
The points I know are accurate. Everything else got a little crazy. There started to become a lot of turnovers. I was getting frustrated. It was a whole thing. I didn't really keep rebounds, but there weren't many in the first half. So how about we just stick with points, and I'll let Gary be the official statistician of WTRE and the Greensburg Pirates.
There you go.
So leading the way for the Pirates, behind the back of 5 twos, a 3, and a free throw, number 14, Drew Busick with 14 points. Jack McKenzie followed him with 11 points. Justin Adkins and Bradley Lutz both had 5, and Addison Barnes-Pettit rounded out the scoring with 3. We had 4 Dorflinger Insurance three-pointers and 6 for 6 on the Big Sky free throws. So again, Busick 14, McKenzie 11, Adkins and Lutz with 5, and Barnes-Pettit rounds out the scoring with 3. 11 first-half points for the Pirates, finished the game with 38 as their final. For the hometown Rushville Lions, who moved to 3-15 on the year, 26 points, and they came by way of 8 first-quarter points from Apalaka, 5 from Kane, 5 also from Chase, 4 from Bowles, 2 from Zachary, and 2 from Knight for 26 points. Rushville led the game at halftime, 17-11, and the Pirates pulled away in the last 2.5 minutes for a 38-26 game that potentially set basketball back, because I don't know if you saw it, but they started to get out the ladders for the peach baskets to get the basketball. But again,
had I not been here, I might have believed you.
But again, a win is a win, and it's a conference win. Keeps the Pirates alive in
that
the
puts
conference.
them at 5-1 and only one conference game left to play,
yep,
correct?
Just with East Central. So I think they're going to need some help. Well, I guess, do they do co
yeah, basically what it would be, because you have to look, we got beat by Batesville, but Batesville got beat by Connorsville, and we beat Connorsville. So if all of those teams went out, you have to say that it's a three-way tie, because none of those 3 teams have an advantage over the other. They each have a loss against each other, so nobody would stand out from the crowd in that instance.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of crazy. You know, EIAC, we used to play everybody twice. Now that doesn't happen. So unfortunately, the Greensburg-Batesville game, the conference game was at Batesville this year and not at Greensburg, and that'll switch next year. But nonetheless, you know, we're always rooting for Batesville to lose, so hopefully East Central can knock. I don't even know if it'd be an upset, but knock them off. Well,
I was looking at stats pregame, and one of their losses is to South Dearborn, East Central. Their first loss in the conference was to South Dearborn. So, you know, a team that we think might be fairly strong, may not be. I don't know. But, hey, that's why they play the games,
and
right?
I think that's just the way of the EIAC this year. You don't know what you're going to get from night in and night out. But, yeah, it's, again, not going to apologize for a win and still staying atop of the EIAC standings.
Absolutely. We're going to be joined here now by Coach Busick. Coach, you know, it might be a cliche that gets used a little too often, but guess what? You're going to get home, and this one's going to be in the win column, and there's not going to be any beauty points next to it or anything. Nope. Guess what it is? It's a tally mark under the win column and a conference win to boot.
In a tough place to play. Great court, great atmosphere. You know, we oftentimes worry about us and talk about how we did not play well. and we fail to mention the opponent. And I thought tonight our opponent really, really did a nice job defensively, packing the paint. And, we need those paint touches. And we weren't hitting a good percentage of our threes. I think we're a good three-point shooting team, generally speaking. Coming in, I think we're at 38, 39%. We just didn't hit a good percentage. But as the coach, it's on me, and I understand that. And I think I freaked our guys out a little bit at practice this week. I was like, they will take charges. Every time they're going to take a charge. There's going to be 8 guys in the paint, and they're all going to want to take a charge. And, I think Drew broke it open a little bit with just saying, screw it, I'm going to the rim. And sometimes you just got to say, I'm going to the rim. And I credited him with that. I thought he did a good job. And I told Jack, I said, you got 2 charges, but guess what? You were going hard to the rim.
Yeah, you're being aggressive.
You're being aggressive. So if we play these guys again in the tournament, we're going to take it.
Well, and you've got to think, too, you've been around this long enough to know that referees are not going to win and lose games, but they can definitely – they can affect the tempo and possessions and things like that. And tonight was one of those deals where, like you said, Jack has a couple of charges, but then there's other times there's muggings both ways that don't get called. And so even though you feel like you may have freaked your team out, I think what you did was prepare them for what could have been there, because it's like you said, in the half court, Coach Brown coach teams are always going to have at least 2 people there waiting on you.
It seems
every
like
time
8,
you drive.
Yeah, it seems
you're
like
not
8.
wrong.
It really does.
And so what you did, you had the right idea behind it, but what can't happen is the kids can't take that message as don't be aggressive.
Yeah.
Just understand as you drive, you got to have those eyes up and see if there's help there, because if there is, guess what that means? There's a teammate open.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really felt like Jack had one on this end where all he had is one man to beat, and he settled for a pull-up. Not that he's a really good pull-up shooter. Might be our best one I got. But he's got to say, nope, I'm going right here to the rim. And those are the things, we can correct those. And I told the boys, I said, this is the way it's going to be. We're going to start attacking. We got to move the ball first, because you got to make the defense move. And another thing I would tell both of you, obviously you're coaching now, you've coached, you know what I'm talking about here. It's much easier, and I don't think sometimes the average fan understands this. It's much easier to slow somebody down than it is to speed somebody up. Now, if we had the athleticism of Tinley or Richmond or, Ben Davis or something, we can go out and pressure the heck out of them. But that's not us. That's not our MO. So, having coached, I remember back, I was at a time in Northeast Indiana where we had a great conference, 3 state finalists in 2 years. The DeKalb team with Cliff Hawkins, Chris Benedict's Columbia City team, and then my Belmont team. Those games, those were the 3 best teams. When you played Columbia City, you expected a game like this, because Chris Benedict slows the game down and defends like crazy. Cliff wanted to get up and down. I always felt a lot better playing DeKalb, because I always felt like we're going to be able to flow in our offense.
Yeah.
Which is, you both know, if your offense is flowing, your defense plays a heck of a lot better.
Absolutely.
So tonight, they kind of controlled that tempo. And we don't want to play like that. I told our guys that. Our guys agree with me. I told my fan in the front row here. He told me, Coach, you're about ready to give me a heart attack. I said, I don't want to play this slow. We want to get up in the 60s, 70s. You saw our best game of the year.
Yeah.
South Dearborn. We got out and go. That's how we want to play. And this style will lend itself to it. But on the positive of all of that, when we get in the tournament, we're going to see this again. A team like this or a game like this, and we've got to learn from this experience that, hey, we've got to attack.
Yeah, and I thought I thought the whole second half we played with a different purpose defensively.
Yes.
It didn't matter if it was the full court press, the 1-3-1 trap, the 2-3 zone, the man-to-man. It didn't matter. We played with a different purpose, and we said it earlier. I think we were still down maybe 4, and we said, look, Greensburg has come out. We've come out different, and right now we're not seeing a lot of the benefits of that, but it'll come. And, it took us about 30 minutes, but it came with a 12-point run in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought once we started picking up the pressure a little bit, mentality-wise from the kids, that's what really changed everything.
100% agree. And I told the kids, I said, I saw a different look in your eyes in the second half. And it can't start in the second half, especially against a team like Lawrenceburg. Even a team like this who had a 6-point lead at the half.
Yeah.
We've got to start early. And, I even mentioned the girls last night, first half, right? You're right there. It's just kind of playing around here a little bit. And we ended up, second half, different ball club. different ball club. And I think that's important. And I know you know that going into tomorrow night, and I know going in, hopefully, and I'm not going to talk about Saturday, but going into Friday night to advance to earn the right to play for a championship, you got to go out and defend.
Absolutely.
I think Pat Summitt said it best, and I know you guys have probably heard at some point Pat Summitt speak at a clinic.
Yep.
The second best clinician I ever heard behind Bob Knight. And it might be a 1 and 1A. And what she says, offense sells tickets, defense wins games, and rebounding wins championships. And that's why I like your team so much, because you've got all of those components. We're working on getting those components in place to make a championship run.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, because it's something that I noticed up here, and it has to be something that you focus on in practice every day. And like Josh said, I loved it when we started to really pick up the pressure in those zone traps and things. But every time there was a mistake made, it was always somebody on the backside who seemed to just – it was like they got – hey, look at my teammates with all that pressure. I hope they get a steal. And then zip, it goes right past their head because they're not engaged on the backside. There was always 4 people locked in and engaged. And I guess the positive would be it wasn't the same person every time.
Yeah.
It's working on getting all 5 guys connected defensively, regardless of what defense you're running.
That's 100% true. And I tell you, when you get a good trap, you can leave that backside open and just come and pressure the heck out of it. So I think that's probably the key to it, Coach, is reading the trap.
Yeah.
And that's something that, we really haven't done as much until recently. Obviously, this week we worked a lot on the traps. But, again, preparing for that, we go back to man. And that was Coach Wise. I'm going to give him credit. He said, Coach, let's go man. We can do this. Because all week, what did we work on? Our man-to-man defense. Because that's what we had to do. So I like having it in the bag.
Sure.
And I think it's helped us in the last two ball games, EIAC games.
Yeah, on that trap, I thought there was a lot of times when we had good traps.
Yeah.
And that person that should take away the next pass was just kind of hey, look at my teammates. And they weren't – look, when you're playing a trapping half-court defense, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, that person has to take away that next pass, that reverse pass. That should be steal after steal after steal after steal because we're getting good traps. We're just not taking away that next pass.
And I think that's a big point of emphasis this week, this coming week. We're going to have some days to prepare, and we're in the dog days now. I was just talking to Bill Patrick this week, and Coach Patrick is a legend, Hall of Famer. And he said, this, Coach, is the toughest part of your season. You're in the fun part now. But this, for you, it's that January grind.
Yeah.
For us, it's that end of January, beginning of February grind. So we're going to cut our practices back to an hour and a half. Going to go till 5 just to save our legs for the tournament, especially as, we're not playing a whole lot of guys. But I think that's got to be a point of emphasis now. So, you learn things about yourself. And I'll tell you another thing. You both have prepared for teams. It's hard to prepare when a team plays 2-3, 3-2, 1-3-1, 2-1-2, 2-2-1 press, man-to-man. That's a lot to prepare for.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of positives happening here. I want you guys to know I'm very encouraged and very positive of where we're at. Do I think we have a long way to go? Oh my goodness, yes.
You don't have to be. You don't want to be playing your best February 1st. You want March 1st to be playing your best. So
yes,
30 days to get these guys ready to go. And
yes,
and if we could just show that last 2 minutes on repeat, that's what I took from this game, not the other 30.
Yeah, and I think we wore them out. Honestly, again, another old coach that I talked a lot to is Ed Siegel. And Ed Siegel, Coach Pike all those years, used to say the games are going to stay even for about 30 minutes, but there's going to be a 2-minute stretch you got to dominate. And I think that was the last 2 minutes.
Can we just do that the first 2 minutes of the game?
Josh,
make my life a lot easier.
If you could figure that out, you're going to be a millionaire and never have to go back to work again.
Look, I know Jason right here has a lot of gray hair. Yours is distinguished. His is just he's getting older.
I just don't even have hair.
But
so
I'm starting to get this here in my beard, and it's really bothering me.
Well, it's going to happen.
If we could start out 13-0, 15-0, that would be greatly appreciated.
Hey, I'm all for it, and I'm telling you, I've had this gray hair since I was 39, so I'm just going to tell you. Ask Jeremy about that. We have one of my players and Josh are good buddies, and you ask Jeremy. I had gray hair when I coached him, and it's because of games like this and games like the last few weeks. But let's give credit where credit's due. Our kids are battling their butts off for long periods of time, and they're not quitting. A lot of kids, I'm telling you right now, and I hate to go back to another game because we just played a very worthy opponent. But boy, I'll tell you that Lawrenceburg game. Our guys, I know we played, very subpar basketball for a big majority of that game. But to have the fight and the toughness to come back, these guys are built differently. And I think it's a credit to their toughness, their mental toughness, their work ethics. You know, we still got a few guys banged up, and I haven't mentioned that. We're dealing with some ankle stuff right now. But these guys are still going to battle, and I just love the way they do it.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the last game, you mentioned tonight, and regardless of like we said when you first came on, there's no beauty marks in that win column. You just got tally marks, and both of them are not just big confidence boosters, they're conference wins. You're in the driver's seat to control your own destiny. You've got one more conference game left, that last regular season game of the year against East Central, and we were just talking about it. We don't do tiebreakers, so if you win that one, you're guaranteeing yourself at least a share of the conference title, which literally does you nothing going into the postseason, but I mean, you're going to be replaying your entire conference schedule once you get to sectional, the EIAC Invitational, as they call it, sectional 29. But, you know, you take these lessons you learned, and you kind of mentioned it. This was a sectional type game because sectional games are played at a slower pace. They're played tighter. Those things happen. So I think there's a lot of lessons that can be taken from this and are just going to push us on to bigger and better things as we continue to go through the season.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And while I'm here, shout out to the girls last night and yourself and your staff. It's been a joy watching you coach the team. And I'm very fortunate because I sneak into practice, especially the early ones, and watched a lot of practice. And I've talked with the girls. I love your team. I'm so excited to follow you guys on a tournament run here. And, again, I'm not going to say anything. We're going to work on for tomorrow night, and I can't wait for our girls to go out and get that experience. So props to our girls. All the best to you guys, and you know we're going to be right there behind you.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. And to say that I am lucky and blessed to be the coach of that crew would be the understatement of the season. So I thank you, and we'll take all the luck we can get this time of year. And like you said, one at a time, we're going to go out and try to make it happen tomorrow night, and then we'll worry about Saturday night when we earn that opportunity.
That's right. So earn that opportunity. Appreciate you guys coming out. Doc, get back quick here because, you know, the rest of us are working, and he's out on vacation or something. You just wait. I've got a few things for Doc.
You know, he needs to get back because I can't watch my son trying to dunk a basketball in traffic anymore. Anyway.
That's all right. Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thanks,
and
Coach.
We will see you on Saturday.
Yep, we'll be there.
All right, best
Coach.
of luck.
Thanks.
All right, Josh, well, that's going to wrap it up again tonight from here at Rushville Memorial Gym. Pirates with the 38-26 victory over Rushville. Puts the Pirates at 5-1 in the conference. They're in the driver's seat now to control their own destiny. Wasn't a thing of beauty, but like we said to Coach, there are no beauty marks in the win column. It's just a tally mark that says you won another one, and guess what? We're going to take it.
Yeah, that's I think we summed it up pretty well. It was a win is a win, and they'll get back. And you know, Coach is right. Last thing I have to say, Coach is right. It's, you know, you've done it. I've been through it. It's rough this time of year because, you know, let's be honest. I don't know if the kids were really up to playing a 3-14 Rushville. I mean, that's tough. It's not Batesville. It's not a Richmond team. So, you know, hey, they found a way to win and move on to Saturday and play Jacksonville and go from there.
That's right. We want to thank our sponsors tonight: Gillenhow Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy-Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, and Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Once again from Rushville, your Pirates victorious tonight.
38-26.
38-26. Don't forget to join us on the Coaches Show every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. I think I'm done for the year. I think it's boys this week. Even though we're going to have a sectional title to talk about.
I think you're right.
I'm just saying.
We can do
But
that.
I do think it's boys this Wednesday at 6 o'clock with Tom Fleming. That will be on AM 1330, FM 104.3, and streaming online on WTREradio.com through YouTube. Josh, as Doc always says, the views expressed by these announcers are not necessarily those of WTRE.
But they should be.
WTRE is locally owned and operated by Sandy Bittinger, Mark Gravely, and Kathy Versman. For Josh Lee and Morgan Schofield, this is Jason Simpson. Thank you all for listening.
Good night.